Richard Preston Carlisle is the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball Association. He has also served as head coach of the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons and was previously a player in the NBA. He is also one of only 11 people to win an NBA championship both as a player and as a coach. Playing career: Carlisle was raised in Lisbon, New York. He attended Lisbon Central High School, then spent a year at Worcester Academy. He played 2 years of college basketball at the University of Maine from 1979 to 1981, before transferring to the University of Virginia. He co-captained the Cavaliers to the Final Four in 1984 and averaged 12.5 points and 3.3 rebounds per game during his college career. NBA. After graduating in 1984, Carlisle was selected by the Boston Celtics in that spring's draft, where he played alongside Larry Bird. Teams he played for under Celtics coach K.C. Jones won the NBA championship in 1986 against the Houston Rockets and lost in the finals in 1985 and 1987 to the Los Angeles Lakers. In a limited reserve role from 1984 to 1987, Carlisle averaged 2.2 points, 1.0 assists and 0.8 rebounds per game. He then played for the CBA Albany Patroons under Bill Musselman, being signed as a free agent by the New York Knicks, where he played under coach Rick Pitino alongside emerging star Patrick Ewing. In 1989, Carlisle played in 5 games with the New Jersey Nets under Bill Fitch. Coaching career: later in 1989, he accepted an assistant coaching position with the Nets, where he spent 5 seasons under Bill Fitch and Chuck Daly. In 1994, Carlisle joined the assistant coaching staff with the Portland Trail Blazers under coach P.J. Carlesimo, where he spent 3 seasons. In 1997, Carlisle joined the Indiana Pacers organization as an assistant coach under former teammate, Larry Bird. During his time as Pacers assistant coach, he helped the Pacers to 2 of their best seasons ever. First, in 1997-98, the Pacers stretched the Chicago Bulls to the limit, narrowly losing the deciding 7th game of the Eastern Conference Finals to the eventual NBA champion. Then, in 1999-2000 season, the Pacers made the NBA Finals for the first time, ultimately losing to the Los Angeles Lakers. Bird stepped down as coach, and pushed for Carlisle to be selected as his replacement, but Pacers team president Donnie Walsh gave the job to Isiah Thomas. Detroit Pistons. For the 2001 season, Carlisle was hired by the Detroit Pistons to be their new head coach. In 2 seasons as Pistons head coach, Carlisle led the team to consecutive 50-32 records with Central Division titles and playoff appearances. He was named Coach of the Year in 2002. However, the Pistons fired Carlisle after the 2002-03 season with a year remaining on his contract and hired Larry Brown. Friction between Carlisle and team ownership was cited as one of the primary reasons for the firing. Ironically, Carlisle's Pistons had just dispatched Brown's Philadelphia 76ers in the conference semifinals. Indiana Pacers. For the 2003-04 season, Carlisle was rehired by the Indiana Pacers, this time as its head coach. In his first season, Carlisle led the Pacers to the Central Division title and NBA's best regular season record at 61-21, setting a franchise record for wins. In the playoffs, the team eliminated both the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat, before losing to the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. That year, he coached the East All-Stars at the All-Star Game. In 2005, the Pacers roster was decimated by injuries and suspensions that were meted out after the Pacers-Pistons brawl at the Palace of Auburn Hills, which resulted in Ron Artest being suspended for the rest of the season, Jackson being suspended for 30 games and O'Neal being suspended for 15 games. However, Carlisle was still able to rally the Pacers to the NBA playoffs that season. As the 6th seed, they again defeated the Boston Celtics in the first round, before being defeated once again by the eventual Eastern Conference champion, the Detroit Pistons. After the Pacers finished the 2006-07 season with a 35-47 record, Carlisle's tenure as head coach ended. It was unclear whether he voluntarily resigned, was fired, or was pushed to resign. In 4 seasons with the Indiana Pacers, Carlisle compiled a 181-147 record. On June 12, 2007, Carlisle announced that he would also resign from his position as executive vice president of the Indiana Pacers. After leaving Indiana, Carlisle worked as a studio analyst for ESPN before signing with the Dallas Mavericks as the team's new head coach. Dallas Mavericks. On May 9, 2008, Carlisle signed a 4-year deal with Mark Cuban's Dallas Mavericks, replacing Avery Johnson. He led them to a 50-32 record, including a first-round win against the San Antonio Spurs. They would lose to the Denver Nuggets 4-1 in the Western Conference semi-finals. The next year he coached the Mavs to a 55-27 record, first in Southwest Division and second in the West, but lost in the first round to the Spurs. In 2010, Dallas won 16 of its first 20 games in a competitive Western Conference. The 2010-11 season was Carlisle's most successful as a head coach. The Mavericks finished the regular season with a 57-25 win-loss record. On May 8, 2011, they swept the 2-time defending champion Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference semi-finals. On May 25, 2011, the Mavericks enjoyed a 4-1 series win over the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, the first conference finals victory of his coaching career. In the 2011 NBA Finals, he coached the Mavericks to a 4-2 series victory over the Miami Heat for the franchise's first championship. In the 2012 NBA playoffs, the Mavs lost 0-4 to Thunder in the first round. On May 15, 2012, Carlisle agreed to a new 4-year deal with the Mavericks. In 2013, the Mavericks finished 41-41 and missed the playoffs for the first time since 2000. In 2014, Carlisle led the Mavericks back to the playoffs as the 8th seed with a 49-33 record, where they would meet their in-state rivals San Antonio Spurs in the first round. The Mavericks lost the series in 7 games as the Spurs went on to win the 2014 NBA Finals. On January 30, 2015, he recorded his 600th win in a game against Miami. He signed a new 5-year deal on November 5, 2015. Personal life: Rick Carlisle is married to Donna Carlisle and has 1 daughter, Abby. He is an avid pianist and private pilot, who as of September 2015 has logged nearly 200 hours flying his Cirrus SR-22T single-engine light aircraft. Head coaching record. References. External links: Rick Carlisle InsideHoops.com profile, NBA career stats as a coach at Basketball Reference, Rick Carlisle profile as a coach at NBA.com.